Alrighty. Well, we're having some chicken. The fried chicken from yesterday. That's what we're having. Um, hmm Okay, Rocky, just hold on here. I gotta get some more chicken for Rocky. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Funny. I'm just listening to a YouTuber talking about how we're locked into the system and how we're trained in school to be locked into the system, how the school is set up like a prison and so on. And he's actually quite right about that. Um, I remember when I was in school, it was to the point where we were only allowed to go to the washroom twice a day. We could go to the washroom at 10:30 in the morning, and we could go to the washroom at 2:30 in the afternoon, and we were marched in single file lines to the washroom twice a day and stuff. So I mean, we were pretty heavily regulated anyway. It isn't quite the same now, I guess. It's not like that anymore. But still, I mean, you're basically moving to bells and things like that, just like in a prison. You know, they ring a bell for you to go to work. They ring a bell for you to go to classes. They ring a bell for you to return to your cell. They ring a bell for you to go to chow. You know, ring a bell for lights out, and so on. So it's the same sort of a thing, really, in many ways. And of course, what do they do? When you have recess, what do? They let you out onto the yard, you know? Just like in prison, you go out onto the yard. You get your yard time, you know? Anyway, he was talking about how people then they get into debt and how they have to work so hard just to pay off their debts that they don't have time to really enjoy life or to really pursue any kind of independent, establishing some independent income stream or whatever. And the funny thing about that is, it reminds me of a story my grandpa told me, my grandpa Fournier. My grandpa Fournier, he never finished grade 8, just to give you a little background. But he ended up becoming an electrician and a carpenter and a whole bunch of other things. And very talented man anyway. Very good at everything he did. But very smart man. But in his career, well, from 1959 on until 1982 when he retired, he was the head electrical engineer for the Brown Shoe Company of Canada Limited. Anyway, this factors into the story I'm about to tell you. I remember my grandpa telling me about this guy. His guy's name was Gord, and Gord was a production worker in the factory. And, of course, my grandpa used to have to go around the factory as part of his job, you know. Sometimes he had to go in the factory to different locations to sort out issues that they were having with machinery and so on. And my dad was actually a tool and die maker and an industrial mechanic for the same company. In fact, I think technically my grandpa was my dad's boss, you know, at least up. He was my dad's boss over my dad's other boss, basically. Like, my dad had a boss that wasn't my grandpa, but my grandpa was the boss of my dad's boss. Basically, that's what it was. But anyway, anyway, my grandpa told me this story, and I think it's kind of comical. There was this guy working in the factory. His name was Gord. At his workstation, where his machine was, he used to put up little inspirational notes to help him through the workday and to remind him to get his work done, you know, to work hard or whatever, right? To earn money. Because, of course, they were working what they call piecework. So the more you produced, the better you earned, you know. Anyway, Gord used to put up these little notes. And remember my grandpa telling me, you go past his workstation and you'd see the note pasted up there by his machine. And it would say, car payment this week, go Gordy go, with exclamation points, you know. Car payment this week, go Gordy go, you know. And he'd write that, you know, a little note to himself to remind himself that he needs to work hard this week because he's got a car payment to make. You see. Anyway, I first thought that was really cute anyway, that guy would do that, you know. But, yeah. Car payment this week. Go, Gordy, go. With the exclamation, capital letters with the exclamation points. That gave him a little bit of a push anyway to work hard and earn money to pay his bills. Anyway, I'm happy to say Rocky took a poop. Just after I said that in the last video that he hadn't pooped in a couple days, I come in and there it is. There's a poop in the litter box. It's a big one too. You did a good job, Rocky. Hey? I was concerned. I was afraid your bowels were backing up again, my friend. All right. Anyway, that's where we're at. I'm doing my chores. Rocky and I will see you later. Wait a minute. There he is. Hey, you.